Hello, 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 beautiful people. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the wonderful Women of the Bra Experience, where women come together to support each other and lift each other up. And we've been doing exactly that for the last 14 days. Can you believe how quickly time has flown, fly. I don't know how time flies. When you're having fun, at least. Yesterday we had a wonderful Ruth Owen. I hope you all did this morning the mirror exercise, standing in front of the mirror naked and start accepting yourself, so then you can move into loving yourself. But let me tell you, so we've come to an end. Well, for now, let's say. And for the last day, I've invited someone really, really special. It's someone that is very dear to my heart. Although we live across different continents, so we live on opposite continents in the world, it's incredible how similar our life story has evolved, how much we have in common when it comes to experiences. And that's exactly where we support each other and lift each other up. I'm so proud and honored to welcome to the stage my dear friend and soul sister, Ms Nyckki Cervantes. Yay!
Yes, so good to see you.
All the way from Los Angeles. And our Nyckki, she's an author, she's a transformational coach and a speaker. And she's doing some great work. I suggest you all go and follow her because she's coming up with stuff that's really going to be great. I'm just going to turn this off because I forgot. So, Nyckki, thank you so much and welcome to the Bra Experience. Isn't this exciting, sister?
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. And Yasmin, I just want to tell you, I remember when this was just a thought. This was just a thought in your head, like, and it really came down, if we're being honest, all of our greatest achievements come from some type of breakdown, some type of reflection of how did I end up here? And my sister, I am so honored, and I just glean from you because you are a fighter. You're like, okay, I'm here. What we're going to do? What are we going to learn? Where are we going to go from here?
I had the breakdown of the century. It was only a month ago, I think, and you helped me so generously. Let me know you're here. If you're watching, I see some people coming in. Welcome. So no, I had the breakdown of the century. It's because everything is shifting and I'm feeling that the old is not serving me anymore. Woo, Miss Esther Graham is in the house. I love it. And so the old is not serving me anymore, and I couldn't see a new direction. It's still difficult for me to see something new. But then we had our wonderful coaching session with our coach, and then together you helped me through a very powerful process. And then I just said, okay, what am I here to do, right? And that's helping women, empowering women, and helping teenagers and empowering teenagers. Yeah. So that's where the Bra Experience started. And thank you so much for being part of this journey and being here as well tonight. For a constructive conversation. Before we start, I love you, Esther. Before we start the conversation, I have to tell you, there were some people on fire in the Facebook group this week, and we have to do a celebration, and I love it that Nyckki is in the house because she loves to celebrate people. So I want to celebrate 3 people who have been very active in the Facebook group, who've been doing the work, the exercises, the call to actions. So shall we announce the first person? The first person who we're celebrating and who just won the 21 Steps to Scale for Sales Success is Ms. Lori Hansen. Yay! Lori from Washington State, you just won. The second one is Francie Francine Jackson. Francine, I loved your pictures where you were dancing. It was awesome. And then the third and final winner, March Rhodes. Yay!
Yes.
So you all won the 21 Steps to Scale for Sales Success. It's not a sales training. I don't give sales skills trainings, but it is a training that will help you in 21 days to put yourself out there in the world, to position yourself better, and to show up and to just sell your product, services, or yourself with integrity. And what we need to do is sell ourselves anyway. We need to be visible in the world. So I hope you will enjoy it. But that's aside, my sister. So as I told you, this bra experience is truly there for women to support each other and to lift each other up, because I believe this is the time, 2020, where we as women are being invited to rise up, stand up, and show up for everyone on this planet. And I think it has to come from the women this time. And so that's why I'm having these constructive conversations. I'm so glad you are joining me in this last one. So I just wanted to pick your brain and just have a conversation with you on what can we do as women to just show up more in the world, and just, help the world become a better place.
Wow. And so how we were talking earlier about our biggest, our biggest movement we see, it always, we can look back at a breakdown. We can look at an area in our life where we thought it was some tragedy and we didn't want to face it and we were scared to face it. And then we look back maybe 2 months, 3 months, 5 years later, and we're like, what? That's what it was. And we see the movement where we have just exploded in our personal lives and in our businesses, or even with family relationships. And so today, I want to talk about, it's really bigger than what you think. And it's a play off of what you've done here. Yasmina, we all had, and I was going through a breakdown too, by the way, when we were on that call with our coach. And so we were helping one another. We were lifting and climbing at the same time. And that's the beautiful thing about having a tribe. And it's bigger than what we think. So what does that mean? It's bigger than what you think. Well, when you had the breakdown, when I had the breakdown, when we were lifting one another, the shifts that have happened now, 14 days later, you probably won't even know some of those things ever, or maybe down the road of the ripple, because it was meant for you to have it. So this bra experience could be birthed. And so with that, in this, you getting on every single day, great people, when they move in small needle-point moves, they move in excellence. So you being dedicated every single day. So I'm gonna say that again. Great people do little things with excellence. So your obedience to come on this.
Someone needs to type this in chat, but add it to the banner because that's so great. Okay.
All right. So hold yourself
and explain. So let me know. Sorry, Nyckki. There are some new people coming in. So let me know you're watching. Tell me your name. If I Facebook sister, it's hello sister. So it's only Tina or Barbara, I think. or Bert.
Right. So you held yourself accountable. You said, I'm going to come on here. I'm going to do 14 days. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to offer great content. I'm going to be a person of integrity. You came on at the same time. You're dedicated. You gave some of your genius. You gave a gift of love. And that's when we begin to see the shift. So whether you have one employee, whether you have a title or not, whether if you have 100 people, you have to hold yourself to a standard for excellence, right?
Yes.
And then we see other doors open. So that is the catalyst for our destiny. Great people do little things with excellence. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing,
Pauline, Pauline just joined us from Iceland. We've got a few more people today. Sherry is there. Hello, ladies. I don't know who you are because I only see Facebook users. So let me know your name. And so we're here with my soul sister, Nyckki, and it's truly, she calls herself soul sister as well to everyone. But for me, she is a soul sister because we've experienced so much in common. So I love it what you're saying, and it's true. Coming from your breakthrough, doing these little things is just helping me, at least, and also you, I know, because you've been in action. Tara from Connecticut, hello.
Welcome.
You've been in action as well, and so it helps me to reduce the overwhelm that I have. It helps me to just do something fun. You know, when I had the seat of the bra experience, I thought I was going to do 14 days by myself, and I was like, oh, no, let's go into my phone. Who do we have that can join me? And so thank God for the whole tribe. Hi, Barbara from Tennessee, of course. So I call down all of you to just come and join me, which made it so much more fun, because I can do a talk of 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. We all had the best training to do that. But doing it together is so much more fun, and you get so much more insight. So yeah, little things. That's what we've been doing since a month, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And it opens the door to possibilities, right? Because now you're out of overwhelm, out of stress, and now that you are connecting with your tribe and other people, community, now there's, oh, wait a minute, I could do that. Oh, I didn't know this. And your mind is just open to possibilities, and you're moving in a forward moving conversation direction, right? Sure. So the second thing is showing up for the battle is half the battle. So what does that mean?
Someone needs to type that too. Showing up for the battle
is half the battle.
Is half the battle. Okay.
Yes. So get vulnerable. A lot of us right now, we're at home. We're dealing with our real lives, okay? And people want to see the breakdowns in your everyday real life, okay? And so once you enter into, wow, the material is being created right now. It's not 5 years from now I'm going to write a book. 5 years from now I'm going to do a podcast. Oh, 6 months I might, sit down and collaborate. It's right now. So what can you do right now with what you're going through? Because people want reality. And when we enter into a place of vulnerability, sister, it keeps us in our heart. So you are making moves out of integrity, which you spoke to before, because you're always checking your heart. And then that confirmation comes because you're like, okay, well, this is not right. So you move in integrity because you're making heart-centered decisions. Does that make sense?
Decisions and actions, exactly. I love what you're saying because it's so true. For me, at least, it's really. I'm really taking the invitation of the period we are in right now, of really checking with my heart all the time. Is this making my heart jump up and down from joy or not? And if it's not, then I'm not going to do it. Although sometimes the opportunity looks very profitable.
Yes.
And in times like these, we all experience a little bit of a scare on the finance part, right? Because we don't know how long this is going to take. We don't know how fast we will pivot with everything new we're bringing to the table, right?
Right.
But I still try to check it, and I still try to raise my energy in my heart center, so that because my fear is in my belly. I can feel the fear when I'm going into crazy thoughts. I can feel the fear in my belly,
Yeah.
But then I consciously turn and I go like, no, we're going to raise this up, and we're going to put the bubbly into my heart, and that's where you're great. So yeah, it's so important. And so how do you show up for battle? I know.
Right. So for me, I had to have a real conversation, with myself. And like you said, the more we get in tune with ourselves, we could feel it in our body. We can feel the anxious, the worry, the fear, the anticipation, the joy, the laughter, the sadness, all of these emotions, we can feel them in our body. And when they come, okay, they're a visitor. I see you here, and bid them farewell, And so for me, I had to get really clear on this is what it is. And so how does it show up for me? through homeschooling. We're homeschooling. We were homeschooling before before the world timeout, as I call it, right? So that's being vulnerable and letting people know. It's not every day we're like, yes, we're doing math and we're doing this. And no, it's like, it's a breakdown in communication and it's all that. So it's talking to people about that, opening up a platform where people can hear us and they can be heard. They feel like they can be heard. They can hear us, but more importantly, they can be heard.
That's so important what you bring, because I think, and that's why I'm loving these conversations, because we talk offline, you know, we don't do we have a lot of conversations together, and with Barbara and with Tina and with Bert and all the other people. And it's so funny in a way, because it helps me to move forward, because I know I'm not alone with the overwhelm. I'm not alone with the fear. I'm not alone with not seeing where I'm going, you know? And so, I think that's why we have to have these conversations, like what you're saying, homeschooling. We in this period, in this strange time, we are confronted more with ourselves than ever before. And so we need to share, be vulnerable, like you say, and share what we're experiencing, because that might be a lifeline for someone that is experiencing the same thing and thinks they are all alone.
Right.
That's why there's so much depression, suicide rates going up, because people think they're alone with what they're thinking, and it's not true. We're all experiencing. That's what I've learned from these 14 days, but also from the previous conversations. We're all kind of in the same place. We're all experiencing the same things. All these energies that are happening, we're all feeling it, you know?
Yes. And the other flip side of that is, if you are, you know, in the process of thinking about growing your business, starting a business, and if you are afraid to come on social media, on any platform, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, this is the groundwork. This is your internship where you can become vulnerable, where you can become comfortable. And I hear so many people say, like, I want to be on a global platform and all of this. We're on a global platform right now. You're in Belgium, not in the States, you know, and all the other people that are watching now and will be watching. So whatever the foundation is now, that is the foundation of what's to come. Whatever you see 5, 10, 15 years, your legacy. And we have to understand that it really is bigger than what we think. It's bigger than right now.
Exactly. And it's not only bigger, but please, it's not something we need to be perfect at. We just need to do it. We don't need to wait. We just need to do it.
Yeah.
And I look at it as if I'm in a game, you know, like when we used to play with the Atari when we were younger and we wanted to go to the next level. How many lives did we have? We have endless lives. And I look at it a little bit. I look at life a little bit at the same thing. Business is kind of more difficult for me to look at it, because if I die, then how am I going to rise again? But at life, for sure, you know. So we're just playing around, and if we mess up, we still have 4 lives. And if we mess up again, we still have 3 lives. And if all the lives have gone, we wait for 1 day, and all the 5 lives are fueled again, right?
Right. So
there's no there. I mean, why not now? Why not do it, you know? Because we have endless lives on this game that is called life, you know?
Yeah. So that's good.
Exactly.
That's good. And so the next point, we have 4 points. This is the third point, is in coincide with what you said, is that providence doesn't make sense. Like, some things are just not going to make sense. And so
providence
makes sense out of nonsensical. So what does that mean? That means, like you said, well, today you may move this way and something may not work out, but you get to start again, right? So what may not make sense to someone else, it will make sense to you, right? Whether it was in your past, your present, or your future. You have to move in great expectation. Like you said, I could start again. I can start again. So whether you lose people, whether you lose friends, whether if you lose family, you can start again, and someone will come that will be right where you need them to be on your journey. A lot of times we hold people hostage because we want how it was back then in the 90s. We're not even nowhere near the 90s. You're not even that person. So you need to somebody to pull you. So when you start again, like you said, they're right there and they understand. Well, I started again too 10 times, like you said, to your point.
We have to be more open about that. Also, when we are in a business, we're as entrepreneurs or even in jobs, you know, I've worked the corporate world for a long time. We just have to be vulnerable and share about that. Not so long ago, I had a conversation with an ex-CEO I used to work for, and I was telling him, I said, wow, this entrepreneurship, it goes up and down. It's like a real roller coaster for me, right? And he goes like, and he's a multipreneur. He's got plenty of businesses. He's in boards of directors all over the place. And he goes, yes, Mina, it is the same for me. And I go like, hallelujah. Why don't you say that? Why don't you say that? Because when I look at you, it seems like you're like striding and strolling like through those businesses with like ease, and I'm like in my office like struggling like what do I do next, you know?
Right.
Like, no, I experienced the same thing. I said, oh, praise the Lord, someone is Yana on me, you know?
Right. I needed to hear that. Thank you for sharing that. I needed to hear that. It's because we get stuck in our own head.
And then we look at others and we go like, wow, they're doing so well. And they don't have any problems or struggles.
Right. But you don't know what people are facing. And that's really what it is. And so the last point, Yasmina, is what you believe will always be what you become and overcome what you see. So what you believe will be what you overcome and see.
Will be what you overcome and see. Explain a little bit more, sister.
So think about, and the self-work is, I'm going to do a visualization, but think about your thought leaders, your pastors, your mentors, your aunties, uncles, these people that you maybe from afar have admired or have touched your soul, have resonated with you. There's something about them, or multiple things about their character, their spirit that you aspire to be, right? It's not where you are right now, but it's what you aspire to be. So many people say, I don't know where to start. I'm so confused. All you have to do is just close your eyes, get quiet, and the discernment and clarity is there. The discernment, the clarity, the intuition is there about who you are and who you are to become. Get out of the how. Don't worry about it. When people come to you when you need, like right now, you shared that with me. You didn't know that would help me in my business, but I needed to hear that. And it's because my heart was open. I'm vulnerable. I have made the way for it. I have opened my heart to accept whatever wisdom. We cannot be stuck in the how. So don't worry about the next step. And I
have to remind myself all the time, the how is not important, because I go create, and then I go like, how will I make this a success? How will I do this? And I know I have to let go of it. And it's such a great reminder, that if you walk in your pure intention, in the service that you want to bring to better the world, the how will reveal itself in the people that will show up in your life, in the opportunities, the doors that will open. But you have to be open, like you are saying. I totally confirm that. You have to have an open heart and an open mind to listen to some people that you might not relate with from the beginning, but they might be put on your path to bring you a message. It's like the ministers, right?
Yeah.
I call them my breadcrumbs. If I hear people talk about one person 3 times, I'm going on LinkedIn and I'm connecting with them, because that means those are breadcrumbs for me, right?
Yes.
So we have to be mindful of the breadcrumbs, and we have to be open to receive that knowledge and wisdom from others. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. So Esther is also confirming the key is you must believe. Yes, absolutely. We have to believe. we have to believe in the divine timing, the divine intervention, that everything happens for a reason, for us and not against us. Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely. And God is a God that wants us to do more than what we could think, more than what we can expect. And so if we're stuck in the how or the way we used to do things, then like you said, we may not be open to someone who's dropping the breadcrumbs and we're saying, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And God said, well, I dropped the bread, a whole loaf of bread. I said to all these people, and now the birds are getting the breadcrumbs because you didn't go get them, you know, and now we're mad and angry and overwhelmed and stressed. And so how I keep my mind clear, the first thing is prayer. And I've been doing a lot of meditation, and meditation in the sense of thinking about mentors, thinking about people that have really, really touched my spirit, and I saw shifts, and even now. And so I just sit and I think about who they are. And sometimes, and even today, so this is my aunt's shirt. My aunt passed away 2017. She was my mom. You know, she was my mom in every sense. And so I always, wherever I'm serving, I have her prayer cloth that has her name embroidered on it. And I keep that. I keep it with me. People don't know. I'll have it either in my pocket, I'll have it in my luggage, or if I'm doing a virtual platform, I'll have it in my lap. And so just that connection of this is who she was. So who is that person? So that's what the self-work is. Do a visualization, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or maybe not even set the timer, and allow yourself to be in that space where you were, when someone just poured and you just felt love and you felt supported and you saw them move in those gifts. As a business person, as a mother, whatever your goal, whatever your dream, whatever your gift is, your aspiration, just imagine that person being right there with you and seek counsel. And you'll see your life shift. When you'll see it shift, because that's when you believe, and that will become your reality. You'll forget about the why. You'll forget about the how.
Exactly. It will just, you will go into flow. And I like what you were saying, and I just want to confirm that you don't need to go and sit down to listen to your heart. You can do that while you're cooking dinner. I do that. When I go back to my hometown, where a lot of my customers are at, I have an hour and 15 minute drive. During that hour and 15 minutes, I'm talking to my mother, who's in heaven. You know, I go like, oh, my mother, and blah blah blah, and I have conversation with her because I can hear what she's answering, because of course. But I also think about my tribe people. I think about you, Nyckki. I think about Tina. I think about Barbara. All these special people, Sylvia, Mona. Too many. I think about our coach. You know, I go like, sometimes I go like, what would Lisa do? What would she respond? You know, and then I go Lisa vibe, and I respond to what she would respond.
Yes. Or Bert. What would Bert say?
What would Bert say? How would he express his patience?
Right, for
That's
real.
a working point for me when it comes down to patience. Yeah. But I've got so many mentors that I can connect to energetically and feel their support, feel their encouragement. I don't need to hear them on the phone all the time. So I love that. I love that's what you were saying. So so what a great conversation. So Pauline is pitching in. She's saying the universe, or whatever spiritual power you believe in, is always caring for us and wants the best for us. Sometimes what we want is not the ideal thing for us. And so we find ourselves in difficult situations, but then something else turns up. When we look back in life, we can see how we were guided to where we are now. How powerful insight, Pauline. Yeah. That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And so yeah, what a great conversation, sister. And I can't believe we're coming to the end of the 14 days on the bra experience. Well, it's the end for now, because some of you will be doing the 21 steps to scale for sales success. I'm extending an invitation on the 24th of October. I'm doing a virtual and an in-person live event, which is called Unleash Your Inner Sales Gladiator, which is more about how we think, what myths and misconceptions are holding us back from getting the results we want in life or in business. We'll work on the intriguing introduction, which is really powerful when you want to do some networking. And so yeah, please come and join me on the 24th of October. So yeah, for now, we are at the end. And I just want to thank everyone, all these beautiful people, these wonderful women that have showed up and and are still catching the replay when they're doing the dishes. Some of the women are saying, I can't make it 7 p.m., but when I'm doing the dishes or when I'm cooking dinner, I've got you on my screens. So thank you so much for all of your encouragement, for all of your support. It's been really, it's been, you see, I cannot even express how, I go, it's been a true blessing and honor to be serving you these conversations with these wonderful people that I can call my friends from all over the world, the United States, South Africa, the UK, even in Belgium. So I think I might do this bra experience again. I don't know when the universe will show up and show me when and how. So for now, thank you. But sis, I want to close this up with something that I believe is real. So what I want to invite you as women, as wonderful women out there in the world, is to really rise up, stand up, and show up to the world, because they need us right now. The world needs us right now. And there's no better time in history to step into your greatness and let your light shine. And just know you are not alone. I'm here, Soul Sister Nyckki is here, the whole tribe who's typing in chat is here, just to keep the support and the lifting up things going. And so I want to end with this beautiful song. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. I want to invite you, please let your light shine. The world needs it in these crazy times more than ever. And thank you, Nyckki, for shining your light on our conversation today. It was, again, very powerful, as always. And I'll probably be calling you, not in the far future, to do a similar conversation soon. Thank you. My pleasure. Lots of love, Nyckki. And to all these beautiful women, lots of love, big hugs, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.